welcome to Visual Recreation. I'm Drew, and this is Joey. How you doing there, Joey?
I'm doing pretty good today, because today we're revealing our top 10.
We are revealing our top 10 ranked Pixar movies. Last week, we put out our 22 through 11. Now we're doing our top 10. So if you have not seen the part 1, go check that out. Come back, and we will be revealing our top 10 Pixar movies. What are you thinking about our Pixar list so far, Joey?
I'm enjoying this. I mean, it was a difficult process coming together.
Yes.
If you missed the first one, go back and watch that. But we came together. We made a separate list of all the Pixar films. Then we put them together to make a final list.
Yes.
And that's what we're going off of today. Like you said, we already did 11 through 22. Now we're starting at number 10 today.
That's right.
Working up to number 1. So what do we have at number 10?
Number 10, we have Cars. The first Cars, the OG Cars, where Lightning McQueen is stuck in Bumtown, USA, and has to do some good charitable work after destroying some stuff.
Yeah.
And learn a lesson.
Yes, learning life lessons all over the place. The
absolutely correct.
entire world is all about cars, and there's planes in there too. There's a spin-off planes.
No.
But anyway, Cars, yes, made it to number 10. The story was really well done. Owen Wilson was Lightning McQueen. And then...
Wow.
Yeah, is that your Owen Wilson impression?
Wow.
Yeah, I actually just recently watched this one, and I teared up at the end.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
wow.
You have you have the big grand finale race at the end, and you have, what's his name, Chick Hicks. Is that the dude's name? Then you have Lightning McQueen, and then you have the Dynaco race car going on his last hurrah, and he gets wrecked, and Lightning McQueen could have won the race, but he did the right thing and helped his friend.
You can't do both. You can't win the race and then come back to help.
You know what? I was asked that question recently too. Like, why didn't he just cross the finish line and then go back and help?
Yeah.
I mean, he was making a statement. There's more to winning. There's more to winning in life. You can help your friends.
Well, maybe if he got first place, he would have gotten higher on our list, but he gets to stay at number 10. And at number 9, what do we have at number 9, Joey?
Number 9, we have the most recent Pixar animation. We have Onward.
Onward 2020.
Onward.
Yes, Onward was a fantastic film starring Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, going on a bit of a journey to help get their dad back from the ghost realm and have a day with him after Tom Holland's character had a birthday. Kind of get some special, but they decide that their bond is better than just being with their dad and stuff.
Yeah. All around great story. I wish it was a little bit higher on our list, but there's so many movies to choose from or to pick through that it was difficult. I am happy that it made the top 10 at
yes,
number 9.
Agreed. I had it in my top 5. I really enjoyed this one. This one, every time I watched it, I teared up.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. I loved it. I want more movies like this. It's fantastic.
Speaking of incredible, moving on to number 8.
That's right. Joey pretty much gave it away. Just forgot the S. It's Incredibles 1, where we had Frozone, Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, and the family getting together for a fun, fantastic family outing where you can watch them and have a great time. This was huge. This was big. I remember when this came out, everybody and their mothers enjoyed this movie. And they wanted a sequel right away. Had to wait.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was kind of heavy in the beginning. I mean, not as heavy as Up, but I mean, you had a dude trying to jump out the building and kill himself, and Mr. Incredible saved him, and he's like, "Why did you save me?" So yeah, I mean, it added heavy moments, but yeah, I really enjoyed The Incredibles. Just seeing the family develop and end up rescuing each other when they had to fight Syndrome.
Yeah,
it was really good. So I'm happy that it made number 8 on the list.
It was really good. I thought it was good. tend to lean more towards Incredibles 2, probably because the animation is just a tad bit better since it came out way later. But that's gonna be the case.
Yeah, but I mean, it still holds up.
Oh yeah,
for sure. And then the first time I saw the Underminer at the end of Incredibles, I was like, I want more Underminer. What happened? And then we got him in Incredibles 2, which was cool.
That's right. Now at number 7, we have Finding Nemo. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Finding Nemo. Yes, the story of a clownfish who gets captured and taken to an Australian dentist office.
Yes.
Gets put into a fish tank.
Yes.
Meets new friends and tries to escape before Darla comes in and kills him.
Oh boy. Once this movie came out, everybody was just saying lines from this all the time. Like every other word coming out of people's mouths were just keep swimming, fish are friends, not food.
Yep.
Wallaby Lane, fishy, as she's tapping the glass, whatever.
Yep.
What does that guy from Everybody Loves Raymond say in the movie?
I don't know.
He's the wah with the volcano.
Oh, Wanahakalugi?
Yeah.
That's Mount Wanahakalugi.
Yeah. So, I mean, iconic lines, iconic characters, big presence to where they had to wait 10 years. Highly anticipated sequel with Finding Dory coming out 10 years later, making loads amount of money. Finding Nemo.
Yep, and it also revitalized the aquarium hobby.
Yeah.
In a sense, because everyone wanted a clownfish after Finding Nemo came out. Clownfish and Dory. I want a Dory and a Nemo.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was a really, really cool story.
I still wanted a shark afterwards.
Yeah, you wanted a shark?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right. Coming in at number 6, just outside of our top 5, Joey, what is number 6?
Number 6, we have Coco.
Hot?
Sure.
Hot cocoa?
If you want hot cocoa, we can get you some hot cocoa.
But we're talking in the middle of summer.
We're talking about the animation Coco. This is about a kid who finds himself during De los Mortis. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
The Day of the Dead.
He wants to be a musician, but because of his family's past with their grandfather or with his grandfather, nobody wants him to be a musician or to really embrace that kind of lifestyle. Instead, they want him to do something else, but he really wants to follow his dreams. He decides to run away with his guitar, and he finds himself in the realm of the dead. He is having to go on adventures to try to get back, and he meets his grandfather. It's a very touching movie. It's a fantastic story, great visuals, very vibrant. I love the songs that are in this movie. Absolutely incredible. Again, cried hysterically at the end. For me, I just think this is like top everything. Top soundtrack, top visuals. I think this is one of the best ones. I think I had it in my top 3. This is, again, knocking it out of the park. I really enjoyed this one. I remember watching it with my niece and nephew at home for the first time ever, and I was like, wow, this rocked my socks.
Now, number 5.
Cracking into our top 5.
Number 5, we're going way back to the second animated feature from Pixar.
We're going throwback.
We're bringing it back to Bug's Life.
I think this is one of the most underrated Pixar movies out there. I don't think it gets as much respect as it should.
Yeah.
I think this is a fantastic one. I watched this movie a ton as a kid. I'm a beautiful butterfly. Like, Heimlich is fantastic. I just think this is a great movie. Yeah. I love it so much.
Tuck and Roll is one of my favorite characters. But yeah, Bug's Life, this is when Pixar was getting into animating multiple, like a whole bunch of characters at once in each scene, because they had all the ants moving around, so they were developing the software and technology to make that happen.
Okay.
So there's a lot of technology advances, I guess, in the animated realm going into this movie. Story is solid, of course. I like the jokes in it. I like the humor in it. So all around great movie.
One part I always remember, the flies and the guys, like, you see the fly going towards the fly light.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no, friend, don't do it. He's like, it's just so beautiful. And then he gets zapped.
Don't go into the light. It's so beautiful.
My grandfather actually had one of those lights, and every time I heard that, I was that's it.
Yeah. My grandparents had the same thing, yep.
Oh man, it was great. I love that movie so much. Again, I think it's so underrated. I had it higher on my list than I had it lower on my list, but still a very fun throwback to have. Now at number 4,
number 4,
getting deeper into our top 5, we have Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
This was a game changer, I think. This one is iconic, with characters from the villain to the likable duo of Mike and Sully. You have Boo.
Yep.
I mean, this thing screams Pixar. This thing screams Disney. This thing screams like screaming does, because there's a lot of screaming in this movie.
It gives the energy.
Yeah.
But that's not the type of energy we want.
No, we want laughing.
Laughter.
Yeah,
yes.
We want Billy Crystal as a one-eyed Cyclops monster doing stand-up in every kid's room.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the head with, it's a great Disney original, and fun fact, again, this is when Pixar started doing more things with fur simulations.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Sully is so fluffy in this movie.
Yes. Yeah, I really enjoyed Monsters, Inc. as well. So, if you've been tracking along with us, you probably know what movies are left, because we're about to go into our 3, 2, and our top 1 of our top 10 lists here.
And they kind of count down together.
They do.
We should mention. So we kind of gave it up. What's our number 3, Joey?
So number 3, we have Toy Story 3.
That's right.
Yes.
It was number 2 on my list. I think it was a little bit lower on your list, just slightly.
Yep.
But Toy Story 3, gosh. Toy Story, I think, was the best trilogy out there until they made 4 and really kind of scrambled the whole formula. But Toy Story 3 has the characters going on a fantastic journey, and it's a real circular journey that they go on to.
And it sums it up nicely.
Yes.
I mean, you have Andy, who's grown up now.
Yes.
And he's moving on to bigger and better things, and what a great way to, at the time, we thought, to end a trilogy.
The perfect
ending to donate your toys and have them continue their life with another younger person. So
right, and then once what that signified to the audience is that that's it.
Yeah, it did.
She's gonna have the same kind of experience where it's like, okay, she's gonna play with these until she gets way too old, and then she's gonna pack them up and then find somebody else to give them, and that's how the world of toys would go around.
Yep.
Too bad that's not exactly what we got whatsoever. But looking at this in just the way Toy Story 3 is and how it fits into the Toy Story realm, fantastic ending. Again, if you do not come to tears when they're about to go into that incinerator or whatever,
my gosh, yeah,
you're done. You're a heartless person and should be locked up forever.
It's like, brace yourself. Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh, that scene.
Oh boy.
And even full circle with the aliens who rescued them with the claw.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect.
Great.
It was great.
It was perfect.
Yes. But of course, that's not how it ends, or could be to the ending. But let's move on to number 2.
Number 2, can you guess what it is?
That is going to be Toy Story 2. Now,
that's right.
I think it's funny that on Rotten Tomatoes, this is actually higher ranked in the Rotten Tomatoes scale than Toy Story 1.
Really?
But to me, I feel as though you can't have Toy Story 2 without Toy Story 1 and knowing all the characters of that. Now, Toy Story 2, of course, follows our happy-go-lucky Woody and friends. Woody is sold or taken from
he's taken from a yard sale to be sold to a collector.
Yes. Yep. And he's painting, stitching everything up, and then he puts him in a box, and that's when they find Kelsey Grammer as the minor 49er. And he's like, "Hey, you can't be taken out of a box."
Yeah. I enjoyed Toy Story 2. I thought it was a good extension of the first one. I like the opening sequence of Toy Story 2 where You have Buzz flying through this world, and then he gets zapped by a Zurg.
Yeah.
And then you find out it's a video game. That was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
But yeah, it was a good extension of the toys, and it held true to what each character, what we knew about each character, and learned to find out that they still had this loyalty. Like, you get Woody questioning things a bit.
Yeah.
In this, like, oh, I could go off and just hang out in this box, and my arms won't rip anymore, and I'll be in pristine condition.
Right.
But then Andy's toys snap him out of it, and this is what toys are meant for. Go back to your owner to be played with. So
yeah. And also, this is where Buzz gets his boo thang from, with Jesse coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Woody's like, hey, Buzz, act natural. I'd really talked you up to this girl. She's into astronauts.
Yep, that's true. And now,
at number one, you probably guessed it if you were tracking all the way up. We talked so highly of Toy Story 3.
Yes.
We talked so highly of Toy Story 2. We talked very lowly of Toy Story 4. But now comes the originator of originates. That's right.
Yes.
We're talking about Toy Story 1.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Establish a recon post downstairs.
Code Red, repeat. We are at Code Red. Recon Plan Charlie, execute.
That's right. The original Toy Story hits number 1 on the Pixar list. And I want to go out on a limb here and say that it should be on anyone's Pixar list that's number 1.
Agreed.
I mean, it's the movie that started it all. It's the first feature-length animated movie. And just the idea of toys coming to life, and then them going on this grand adventure to get back to their owner. Like, it was just such a good original story.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, you have these two guys that don't really care for each other or don't understand what's going on. I mean, Woody knows what's going on a very surface level, where Buzz doesn't know what's happening and he thinks he's an astronaut and doing these space adventures, and then they're going to Pizza Planet,
yep.
Getting stuck with the aliens. I mean, this had so many iconic characters, so much merchandise has been made.
Oh yeah,
it's such a great iconic movie plot that it's been replicated over and over again. If you watch Secret Life of Pets and don't think that's just a straight up ripoff of this movie's plot, you're nuts, because that's exactly what it is. But yeah, it's fantastic. I grew up watching this. You Got a Friend in Me is, of course, forever be in my head. You got a friend in me.
Yeah, the songs for this movie, great.
Also,
yes,
as a kid,
who
wouldn't have gotten nightmares from Sid's toys, where he's like sawing off their heads and then like spraying like, we're gonna put them together and then we're gonna like blow them up again.
Then who hasn't put fireworks on army soldiers?
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you murdered a whole bunch of army soldiers. You sick person. Well, on that note, let's take a look at our top 10 ranked Pixar movies, and also let's take a look at where we ranked all the movies together.
Well, that's it. This is our top 10 list and our entire list from 1 to 22 of what we ranked the Pixar feature films. If you rank them yourself, let us know in the comments below what you thought. Let us know what you thought of our list. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.